Hi, in this video I want to teach you how to make this baby hat. It's a summer hat, or another country that they don't get a cold winter, it can be just for any time of the month hat. Okay, it's very easy to make. It's all done a crochet. It took me to try to get it right. First I tried with 2 strands of yarn, and at the end I decided to do it just with one. It looks gorgeous. I love it. This one, my model is from 0 to 3 months, so it's a little loose. I tied it a little tighter with a ribbon, and you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, depend on the size. You can change the hook. I don't know to make it much bigger how to explain you how to do it, because this one is my first one, so it will be just by changing the crochet hook a little bit smaller or a little bigger. For this one I use a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook, and the next one that I'm gonna make for the video I'm gonna use a 3 millimeter crochet hook. That way the hat is just a little bit bigger. So here is the list of things that you need to make this beautiful baby hat. Hi, in front of me I have everything that we're gonna need to make the hat and the flower. We're gonna start with the needle that I use for losing the tail and sewing the flower with the pearls. This one here is it's a long one, but it's not too thin or too thick. It's just the perfect size, even for the small pearls to pass through the little hole. I use this to pass the yarn through the eye of the needle. And you're gonna need scissors, you're gonna need a ribbon. This one is 1/4 inch or 6.35 millimeters, and it's exactly the same one that I used for the other hat. Let me set this one like this. The crochet hook that I used for the other hat was a 2.5 millimeter. Tailor Form is the brand. I don't remember, or 2.50. I don't remember where I bought this one, but you can use any brand. The one that I'm gonna use for this hat is this one, 3 millimeters. I think it's Red Heart, and I think I bought it at Walmart. They have very good prices there for crochet hook and knitting needles. If you want the hat smaller than the one I show in the video, you can use a 2 millimeter crochet hook, or you can use, if you want a little bit bigger, a 2.75. If you want the hat bigger for a 1, 2, or 3 years old girl, I really don't know the amount of stitches you have to do, because this one is my first hat like this one, so I really don't know what you need to do. But I will try to make another video for a hat bigger, just like that one, but bigger for a bigger girl. So the yarn that I use is this one here, is South Made number 10, like this one, but you can use any brand as long as it's like that. That way the hat is like mine. And I use pearls. These ones, let me show you. I use one big one and 16 smaller pearls. The pearls are you know, optional, because if you don't find them, it's okay, but I recommend them because the hat look really nice with the pearls inside the flower. So let's start making our hat. We're gonna start with a slip knot. And we're gonna chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're gonna close our circle, go to the first one and do slip stitch and close a circle. Now we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and here is where you have to pay a little more attention, because we're gonna do 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 1, like that, until we have 12 groups of 2 double crochet together. And sometimes you have to count really well to know if you have the 12 groups. Those chain 3 counts as the first one. You're gonna do another double crochet in the circle. You're gonna chain 1, do 2 double crochet together, chain 1, 2 together. Like that you're going to continue until you have 12 groups of 2 together, or 24 double crochet. Chain 1, and like that you're going to continue until you finish here with the slip stitch. Here I have my 12 groups of 2 double crochet. I'm going to chain 1 and count 1, 2, and the third chain I'm going to do a slip stitch. Now we're going to do a slip stitch to the middle here in between those two, the chain 3 and the first double crochet. On the middle we're going to do a slip stitch. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and in the same space we're going to do another double crochet. We're going to chain 1, we're going to skip the chain space, and we're going to do 2 double crochet in between these 2 double crochet. Not here in the chain space, but in between the 2 double crochet. We are doing exactly the same thing that we did in the row before. I said that we're working in between the 2 double crochet. Like that. Chain 1, skip the chain space and go in between the 2 double crochet and do 2 more double crochet. Like that we're going to do this row, and we're going to end with 12 groups of 2 double crochet together with 1 chain in between. So I'll meet you here at the end. Here I have my 12 groups of 2 double crochet of V. It's like a V stitch, and I'm going to chain 1 and do a slip stitch in the third chain. I'm going to do a slip stitch in the middle in between those 2 double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and do another double crochet in the same space, chain 1, and go to the V inside of these 2 double crochet. I'm going to do another 2 double crochet. We're going to chain 1. We are repeating exactly the same that we did in row number 2. We're going to do in row number 3. We're going to end with 12 groups of V or 2 double crochet. Separate them with 1 chain. Like that. I hope you guys can see well. So I'll meet you here at the end. You're going to chain 1. Do a slip stitch in the third chain, and in row number 4 we'll start doing the increases. I finished this row with my slip stitch. Now we're going to slip stitch to the middle, and we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and do another double crochet in the same space. Now we're going to chain 1. And we're going to do 2 double crochet in the chain space here. That is the separation in between the V stitch. Chain 2, do 2 double crochet, chain 1, and go to the V inside of the 2 double crochet and do 2 more double crochet. Now we're increasing in every space in between the V stitch and inside, like this, and 1 chain in between. And this is row number 4. I hope you guys can see well. I finished this row. I had 24 groups of 2 double crochet together, or 24 V. I'm gonna do my slip stitch to the middle on the first one there, and chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and do another double crochet in the same chain space, or that same space there. Chain 1. I'm gonna go to the next one, doing 2 double crochet in between, chain 1, go to the next one, and do 2 double crochet chain 1, and go to the next one and do 2 together in the inside. Like that, you're going to continue all the way around, and you're going to finish with 24 little groups, like that, with 1 chain in between. These ones look very separate, but remember I'm using a bigger crochet hook, and they will settle down once it's finished, because the other one they will look like that and after they took form. I finished row number 5, and now for row number 6 I'm doing my slip stitch in the middle and chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and another double crochet in that same space. Chain 1, go to the next one, 2 double crochet, chain 1, and in that same space there we're gonna do 2 double crochet together, 1 and 2. We're gonna chain 1, go to the next space and do 2 together, chain 1, go to the next space, do 2 together, chain 1 and 2 together in the same space. Like that, we're gonna do this row. We're gonna end with a slip stitch, and that is row number 6, like this. I finished that row. The next row, you're gonna slip again to the middle, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, do another double crochet in the same space, chain 1. Now we're gonna do the 2 double crochet together in the middle, in the chain space between these 2 groups of 2 double crochet here. We're gonna do the 2 together, 1 and 2, chain 1, see, just like that, and go to the next one and do the 2 together, chain 1, go to the space in between and the chain space and do 2 together, chain 1, go to the next one and do 2 together. This one now is the one that will give it shape to the little hat. It will start to close or stitch, just like that. And between these 2 is 1. And that is row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, row number 7. Here I finish this row, and look, the hat started to get his shape. And now I'm gonna do a row of 1 chain and 2 double crochet in the same space, chain 1, and like that all the way around. We're gonna repeat what we have here in this row. For a row, I'm gonna see if that's the amount of row that I like for mine, because this one is a little bigger than the other one. The other one I did 8 row. Even now I will do 9 or 10 row. So I will let you know. You're gonna go to the middle and you're gonna chain 3, do another double crochet in that space, chain 1, 2 double crochet together in between these 2, chain 1, 2 together in the next space, chain 1, 2 together in the next space. Like that you're going to continue, finish with a slip stitch, go to the middle, chain 3, and like that you're going to continue until you finish your 8, 9 or 10th row, depend the length that you want to give to yours. And after that we're going to do some row of single crochet. So I'll meet you here at the end. Here I finished my 8th row, of the ones that I have to do without the increases or decrease, just one on top of each one, and that is the perfect length that I want. I tried on my model and it's quite big. I think this will fit a baby after 6 months old, probably to a year, because it's quite big. Now I did my slip stitch on top of the third chain. I'm gonna chain one, and I'm gonna do one single crochet in that space there, two single crochet in the next space, one inside in between those two in that space there, one in the next one. Like that, I'm gonna work all the way around with my single crochet, and I will come here, do a slip stitch, chain one, and I'll do one single crochet on top of each single crochet, and I'm gonna repeat that 4 times. We have 4 rows of single crochet. So I'll meet you here when I have my 4 rows single crochet. Here I finished my 4 rows of single crochet for the border. I chain one. Now I'm gonna cut my yarn and lose the tail, and I will show you this part of the hat done. We finished this part of the hat. Now what we have to do is do the flower and pass the ribbon, and we'll have our hat done. To start the flower, we're gonna do a slip knot, and we're gonna chain 5. We're gonna close our circle with a slip stitch. We're gonna chain 1, and we're gonna do 5 single crochet in this circle, and I'm losing the tail at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm gonna do a slip stitch in my first single crochet, and that's the row number 1. Chain 1, and we're gonna start row number 2, and we're gonna do 2 single crochet in each space. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. We're gonna end with 10 single crochet in row number 2. So I'll meet you here at the end. We're gonna finish this row with a slip stitch on our first single crochet. Here I finished row number 2 with my slip stitch. I'm gonna chain 1, and we're gonna repeat what we did in row number 2. 2 single crochet in every chain space. Row number 3, we're gonna end with 20 single crochet. So let me do here at the end. Now in row number 4, we go start to make the petals. I finished with my slip stitch, and in that same we're gonna work on the front loops. I'm gonna grab the front loop there and do a slip stitch and a chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and that same loop I'm gonna do a treble crochet. Now in the next front loop I'm gonna do 2 treble crochet. And in the same loop I'm gonna do another treble crochet. In the next loop, 2 treble crochet. Only in the front loops, because the other petals we're gonna be making it in that back loop. And let me see. And now in that loop we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and do a slip stitch. Okay, this will be chain 3, 1 treble crochet in the same space. Go to the next one and do 2 treble crochet. Oh, I'm missing one. Sorry. Let me see. 2 in that one, 2 in that. Yeah, I'm missing 1 treble crochet. And the next one. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and do the slip stitch. Okay, I think now I did it right. Yeah. Okay, in the first one we do the 3 chains and 1 treble crochet. In the next one, 2 treble crochet. In the next one, 2 treble crochet. And in the last one, you do 1 treble crochet and the chain 3 with a slip stitch. Now you slip to the next front loop. Now you chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Do a treble crochet in the same loop. And go to the next one and do 2 treble crochet. 1, and 2. Go to the next one and do 2 treble crochet. 1, and 2. Go to the next one, do a treble crochet and the chain 3 with a slip stitch. Like that, you're going to continue until you have 5 petals in total. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and do a slip stitch in the same loop. Like that. So I'll meet you here when I have my 5 petals. Remember, they are the chain 3 together with 1 treble, 2 trebles in the next space, 2 treble in the next space, and then the last one is 1 treble and the chain 3 with a slip stitch. Here I did the slip stitch in the same slip stitch that I did in the stitch when I start the chain 3. Now we're going to work on the back, and you'll see the 1 strand on the back, and you're going to slip your work to the middle at this petal in here. Okay, I think that's the middle. And I'm going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to do some quadruple crochet. 1, 2, 3. We wrap around 3 times, and in that same space we do 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. We had 2 in that same space. Wrap your yarn 3 times. Go to the next loop. You see the loops here in the back. You pull them if you like before you work, and you'll see them in the back, and there is where we are working. We're going to do 3 and 4, and in the same space we do 2 more. Now in the next space we do 2. We're doing the same amount that we did in the row before, the petals before, but this time we're doing a little longer the petals and in between the petal from before. Now we do 1 and this one here, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and do a slip stitch in the same space, and we finish that petal. And then we slip to the next one, and then we start all over again, repeating what we did here. like this. When you finish with your last, you do your slip stitch here in the back, and you leave a tail long enough, because with that tail you're gonna sew the little pearls and the flower to the hat. Okay, at the same time I'm putting the pearl, I'll be sewing the flower to the hat. So if you don't put in any pearl, it'll be fine, you just do it. And if you want, you can make the flower a different color. If you don't have pearls, you can do the flower a different color for the accent. Here I finished the flower, and I left a tail long enough to sew the pearls to the hat. I finished with the slip stitch, chain one, and cut the tail. So let's start sewing our pearls and the flower to the hat. Here you have to find the back of the hat, and you have to, by touch, find the seam here, because if you look where I have my 3 chain, you don't see pretty much where you did it. You have to find by touch, fold it in half, and that will be the back, the front, and then around here is where I'm going to put the flower. And make sure that you don't sew into the last row of 2 double crochet, because through there we're going to pass the ribbon. And then what I do is, with my needle and the yarn that is attached to the flower, I pass through the hat to the flower, and I put the middle flower, and then all the other ones around. After that, I go all the way around the middle here. I hope you guys see it before the petal. And secure that to the hat. I leave the petal loose like this on the hat. You can do, if you don't can find a lot of pearls, and you can find one, you know, the little big one that I have there, you can just put 1 pearl on the middle and it will be perfect. So I'm gonna do this off camera, and I will show you the result. Remember, I'm sewing the flower and the hat at the same time that I'm passing the pearls in the middle. Here I wanted to show you, if you only have 1 pearl, you put it in the middle just like that to cover the center little hole, just like that, and then you secure the rest of the middle of the flower, and that's it. You will put the ribbon and you'll finish your hat. But I'm gonna put the rest of the pearls. Here I pass 7 little pearls all the way around. That is another option that you have if you don't have enough pearl to do it all the way another row. Here I finished the flower. I put all the little pearls, and now I'm gonna pass the ribbon, and I'm gonna leave enough ribbon, that way we can loose or tie a little smaller the hat. And you're gonna need a safety pin, and I'm gonna pass it 1 through the bottom and 1 through the top. You see the bottom, that one, the top of this one, and the bottom this one, just like that. I'm gonna pass it all the way around. Well, this is the result. I love the way the hat look. It's very easy to make, and I hope you guys give the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. That way you will be receiving all my new videos, and have a beautiful day. Bye.